Next on This Week in Torrance, 2 Torrance residents receive an award for a lifetime of service. Then a local teen center gets a little help from the community. We'll tell you how. Plus, a better way to pick up after your pets. We'll tell you how you can get one of these for free. And local residents indulge in gourmet food, wine, and great music, all for an important cause. We'll tell you all about it. These stories and much more are just seconds away. Your local news starts right now. Hello everyone and welcome to This Week in Torrance. I'm Jin Chun. Thanks for joining us. Here are your top stories. A very special honor was presented at this week's City Council meeting. David and Tony Sargent received the Jared Sidney Torrance Award, one of the highest honors in the city. Established in 1984, the Torrance City Council presents this award to citizens who serve the community through a lifetime of leadership and dedication. Tony and Dave both serve on a number of boards, committees, and organizations serving the Torrance community, including the Miracle of Living Committee at Torrance Memorial, Torrance Sister City Association, the Torrance Unified School District Board, and the PTA, just to name a few. During the council meeting, the mayor and council members read more than 8 pages of accolades recognizing some of their biggest achievements and civic involvements, all in an effort to better the Torrance community. Tony and Dave are honored to receive this prestigious award and join the ranks of past winners, including former mayors Ken Miller, Jim Armstrong, Katie Geisert, and Dee Hardison, Torrance businessman George W. Post, Ron Littlefair, who was honored posthumously in 2005, and last year's recipient, longtime community volunteer and historian Janet Payne. With the resignation of Susan Rillinger on June 30th, City Council had a seat to fill. After a council meeting on July 2nd, applications were made available to citizens interested in completing Rillinger's term. 15 eligible applications were received. At the July 23rd council meeting, Planning Commissioner Kurt Wiedemann was elected unanimously in the 3rd round of voting. Wiedemann served on the Planning Commission for 7 years and has been active in the Torrance Historical Society and Torrance Cultural Arts Foundation. He will serve until the next municipal election in June 2014, where he has also declared his candidacy for City Council. If you have an itch for engineering, technology, and robot dogs, then El Camino College has the program for you. Here's Deja Charles with the story.
Ever seen a dog robot? Well, this little tech machine is nothing new for students in the START program at El Camino College.
How about the bump sensor, please?
The STEM Training and Robotics Technology program is offered through the Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics Department, thanks to a grant for Hispanic-serving institutions.
The purpose of the HSI STEM grant is to foster and support students in STEM with STEM education.
Over the 4-week course, students build and compete in a dog-bot soccer game to see whose construction method was most effective. While open to college students, the course is most popular among high schoolers and recent graduates.
I think the students are interested in this program because of the robot building experience.
This just happens to be the case for 10th grader Cameron Johnson and his partner Maggie Espinoza.
I've been interested in robotics since I was a little kid.
I thought this would be fun, and it's also a really great experience.
Preparing for their in-class competition, students say Chapel's ultimate goal of the course is for students to grow professionally and personally.
He doesn't call it homework, he calls it home growth. So, when we go home, we read, we grow.
This is the program's 2nd year in existence, and from its success, the robot dog might become a STEM student's best friend. For This Week in Torrance, I'm Deja Charles.
Thanks, Deja. For more information on the START program, visit elcamino.edu. Where else can you raise money for a teen center and yourself while helping to bring the community together? Well, none other than the Attic Swap Meet.
Supporters of the Attic not only had a reason to make money for the local teen center, but they were also able to take home some cash for themselves by selling personal items at the center's 2nd swap meet.
This event helps students come together, helps the community come together, and it gives us a chance to make a little money here and there.
The swap meet was held at the Attic and offered spaces at $15 each for individuals to set up their own booth. Over 20 vendors signed up, with the rental fee directly benefiting the teen center.
The vendors pay $15 for a booth space, which is the fundraiser for the teen center, so that money comes back to the attic, and then they make whatever they make off their proceeds and their items is what they get to keep. So I think everybody wins in the end, and they really enjoy coming here.
The Attic Teen Center offers programs throughout the year to local high school students or simply serves as a place to get away from their everyday routines. So whether you have some unneeded clothes, books, or anything really, participating in the next swap meet not only helps yourself, but also this great organization.
The swap meet itself is really fun. This is my second time doing it. First time I made a good amount of money and I met a lot of new people, understood the secrets of business, and I can't wait to do it again.
For This Week in Torrance, I'm Shannon Murphy.
Thanks, Shannon. At current count, the swap meet raised more than $500 for the Attic. They also tripled in vendors between their first and second swap meet. For more information on the Attic and their programs, visit torranceca.gov. Grocery store bags, plastic bags, are often used to pick up after pets. Well, the City of Torrance is bringing awareness to a better solution, one that's safer for the environment. Here's reporter Shannon Murphy with the details.
Today we are doing a plastic bag exchange, and you bring in 10 plastic bags or more and we will give you either a reusable grocery bag that's insulated or a pet waste dispenser with biodegradable bags.
Californians use 19 million single-use plastic bags a year, amounting to 147,000 tons of unnecessary waste that doesn't biodegrade. Local resident Terry Nishimura has seen firsthand some of the effects.
Because my kids are at school in Torrance and they do these beach cleanup things, and I remember that when I helped my kids, the two things I remember is there was so much plastic bags and there was so much cigarette butts that we were picking up. And so I think we've been trying to move towards recycle bags at our home, and I think it's a great idea, so I just came out to support City of Torrance.
The event also brought awareness to the fact that many pet waste bags sold in local stores are not biodegradable.
It is against the law not to pick up after your pet, and if you have to use a plastic bag, shopping tote or shopping bag, it's more important to pick the pet waste up, but they don't break down in the landfills, and a lot of the impacts to the oceans and the landfills are caused by plastic bags and plastic.
To combat this, biodegradable bags and dispensers were supplied along with refills. Their use is highly encouraged anytime you have to pick up after your pets. Whether it's the reusable insulated tote for you or pet waste bag dispenser for your dogs, you couldn't go wrong in doing your part to help the environment.
We just want to promote environmentally friendly options instead of the plastic.
For This Week in Torrance, I'm Shannon Murphy.
Thanks, Shannon. More than 60 people participated in the event, bringing in over 1,000 plastic bags to recycle. Now, if you have 10 or more plastic bags, you still have a chance to trade them in for the tote or pet waste bag dispenser at the Torrance Community Development Office while supplies last. And later in the show, we're giving away our own pet waste bag dispensers courtesy of CitiCABLE's Canine Corner. Stick around to find out how. Plus, a new business opens in Torrance that's bringing cleaner air and helping drivers use less gas. We'll tell you all about it. And we'll take you to the opening of a new center that promotes happiness and peace.
I tell people I have 3 kids, one of them's adopted, I just don't know which one.
I can't imagine having to be in a birth mother's position to make that choice.
You know, I was kind of just asking her, you know, what is your motivation? Why are you doing this? And she looked at me and she said, because you can give my son a life that I could not.
We always tell her thank you. He is such a blessing to us.
Every day is just a ray of sunshine from him. So we're Chanda and Brian, and we chose adoption.
The National Parkinson Foundation invites you to Moving Day.
Moving Day!
Are you ready to move? Walk, cheer, yay! Dance, stretch, laugh, and shout. Whatever it takes to beat Parkinson's.
Let's defeat Parkinson's!
Remember, people who move change the world. It's a new day for Parkinson's. Make your move today.
Let's be real. There are days when every mom wants to tell her kids to take a hike.
That's actually a pretty good idea.
Because when you take us hiking,
or let us run outside,
acting silly,
getting dirty,
and helping in the garden,
you're not only making your day better,
you're making our lives healthier and happier. Playing outside is not only fun, it helps us feel our best inside and out. So next time when Mom wants you to take a hike, tell her to go to beoutthere.org to find fun ideas for helping kids enjoy the great outdoors.
Let's be honest, it's not bad for the parents either.
They're so cute at this age. Be out there!
A new manufacturing facility opens in Torrance that will help make the city's air a little cleaner and traveling for certain drivers a little cheaper. Reporter Jennifer Hua has more on the story.
Air pollution is a growing issue that causes different problems within the environment, but the city of Torrance just got a little greener with the grand opening of a new U.S. Hybrid Corporation location.
1, 2, 3.
It's a win for the environment. You know, we're cutting back on greenhouse gases, we're cutting down on air pollution, and we're all benefiting.
The new location is an expansion facility that will manufacture clean engines for heavy-duty and medium-sized vehicles in order to help with controlling car emissions.
Our pollution and emission is not going to be any lower because the number of cars is going to increase. So you have to have a lower emission and lower pollution.
With constant traffic on the streets, truck and bus drivers would have to worry less about gas, especially as prices are rising.
Many people don't realize it. When you have electric or hybrid vehicles, your power consumption, your energy consumption, your fuel consumption has nothing to do with the traffic.
The city benefits environmentally with the new facility, but it also helps Torrance economically.
It's a win for business, for companies like U.S. Hybrid to be growing and expanding. It's a win for Californians. We're creating manufacturing, good-paying jobs right here in the city of Torrance, right in the South Bay.
Cleaner air, less gas, and more jobs. With U.S. Hybrid's new expansion, the city will see nothing but positive gains. For This Week in Torrance, I'm Jennifer Hua.
Thanks, Jennifer. U.S. Hybrid has been providing electric and hybrid systems in Torrance since 1999. Their products have been used in over 18 OEM commercial vehicles worldwide. Looking for a little peace and serenity, Torrance is the place to be. Here's Deja Charles with more on the story.
1, 2, 3.
At the ribbon-cutting ceremony for the new Buddhist Center of Soka Gakkai International, a crowd of local legislators and patrons calmly gathered to celebrate this recent venture.
We're so pleased that they chose this particular location. It's a beautiful facility. I think the community of Torrance should be very proud.
SGI USA has made a global impact for years with one simple motto.
It's a world peace organization based on individual happiness.
The center serves as a meeting venue for the 1,400 members in the South Bay. These members can reserve rooms in the building to host smaller groups for patrons in the community that want to learn more about Buddhism.
SGI can help foster relationships between different faith-based organizations and really do a lot for some city like Torrance.
This association pulls most of its membership from outreach, especially the youth.
We do a lot of peace, culture, and educational related activities, and we reach out to the youth a lot, and so we're always looking for youth to come join in.
SGI staff who joined the organization from the outreach says the positive experience SGI had on them will be reflected in the community.
I was very involved as a kid, singing songs and doing study presentations and things like that. And then when I was about 20, I really recognized the profundity of this practice and really started taking it on with a strong faith-based orientation.
With this kind of attitude, An says a person's perspective of life can change the world.
We all want peace and love in this world, but I love that it becomes so tangible in this community because we believe that if we become happy and if we're exercising our absolute potential, then we're going to spread waves of joy.
And joy is always welcomed. For This Week in Torrance, I'm Deja Charles.
Thanks, Deja. Meetings are held daily at the center. To find one that fits your needs, visit sgi-usa.org. Honda hosted its annual Gourmet Food and Wine Festival that featured some of the South Bay's best cuisine, but the event was also geared towards benefiting the city in a great way. Reporter Jennifer Hua has more on the story.
Fine wines and delicious food. The Honda headquarters in Torrance held its 27th annual Evening Under the Stars event featuring saxophonist Kenny G for all guests to enjoy.
I've already ate all the food in the restaurants that the restaurants have to offer, so I'm looking forward to Kenny G playing and a little bit of dancing and some more red wine.
About 1,000 people attended the event to indulge in the cuisine, but the Gourmet Food and Wine Festival wasn't just about the entertainment.
The proceeds from the event tonight will go towards the new patient tower that's being constructed on Lomita Boulevard at Torrance Memorial.
Funds for the building were also raised from the silent auction that took place throughout the evening.
Some trips are being auctioned off, and a nice diamond, 2.5 carat diamond, is being auctioned off.
The vacation packages and luxurious items raised a large sum of money for Torrance Memorial, but one of the most valuable pieces auctioned off during the night was a custom-built saxophone made by Kenny G.
Sold for $7,500. Yeah, give him a hand.
Somebody paid $7,500. It's going to go right to the hospital, and I'm going to play that saxophone during my show tonight. I'll play a little songs just for them.
Ultimately, the night was a time that united the city for a great cause.
Yeah, we have to just make sure it's the best community it could be, and so anything we do to help the fiber of the community, that's what we're interested in.
For This Week in Torrance, I'm Jennifer Hua.
Thanks, Jennifer. Funds from the 27th Annual Gourmet Food and Wine Festival are still being counted. Since the project for the new patient tower began in 2007, Torrance Memorial has raised more than $80 million from the community. The facility is set to open in November 2014. Well, coming up after the break, we have a special guest in studio to tell us all about her furry little friend.
No one chooses to get breast cancer. The only choice we have is how we will deal with it.
We were lucky. Before we were ever treated for breast cancer, we planned for life after breast cancer. We made the choice
that breast cancer would not take something away from us.
Unfortunately, not every woman knows her choices. And for the sake of all women across America, that has to change. And you can help make it happen. The American Society of Plastic Surgeons is supporting a bill that will help make sure women who are facing breast cancer surgery are told about all their options. It's called the Breast Cancer Patient Education Act.
Every woman has a right to plan for life after breast cancer. But too many breast cancer patients are being left in the dark.
Help us bring this important issue to light. Call your member of Congress and ask them to support the Breast Cancer Patient Education Act.
Simple moments are what make every day count.
The Torrance Rose Float Association has a number of important fundraisers coming up that you can participate in. Help them turn rummage to roses at their yard sale on August 9th through the 11th from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. at 3042 Torrance Boulevard, that's near Maple Avenue. On August 22nd, it's bingo and meatballs. Have dinner at the Sons of Italy at 1744 Carson Street from 6 to 7, followed by bingo until 9 p.m. It's $30 per person, and that includes dinner and 5 bingo cards. How would you like to ride down Colorado Boulevard during the Tournament of Roses Parade on January 1st? Now's your chance. For just $10 a ticket, you will have the opportunity to win a seat on the Torrance Rose Float 2014. For tickets and reservations or donations for any of the mentioned events, call 310-618-2425. We have a special guest in studio today, CitiCable's very own Megan Medic, host of Canine Corner. Hi, Megan. Thanks for joining us. Tell us a bit about what's coming up on the next episode.
Thanks, Jen. Hey, guys. Yes, a new episode of Canine Corner is airing now. And, of course, we've got tons of cute adoptable dogs to tempt you with. Let's take a look. This month, Love Bugs Rescue came on our show for a pink puppy party. And as you can see, it was definitely the worst day of work I have ever had. Just kidding, everyone, but here are the pups that are still up for adoption. Ginger Snap, the cute, scruffy, and freckled 2-year-old girl who loves playdates. Lucy Lou, the 2-year-old Chinese crested powder puff who will cuddle you to death. Sunshine, a gorgeous 2-year-old basset hound who loves to exercise. And lastly, Ellie Mae, a 3-year-old poodle mix who will follow you around all day. And despite her small size, she loves playing with big dogs. Also, we check out the annual low-cost rabies vaccine clinic to see how Torrance is keeping our canines up to date on their shots.
Oh, it's a lot less expensive, and I come here every year with her.
And why we should stay away from wildlife.
Well, skunks have been known to have rabies, bats definitely lately. It's always stay away from any wildlife. You never know.
And finally, we get to meet Jack Ryan, a local dog celebrity. This cute corgi won the AAA Pet Photo Book Contest.
He's always been photogenic. You whip out a camera and he wants to be in front of it.
Make sure to check out Canine Corner every day at noon and 8 p.m. I'll fill you in on how you can adopt those precious pups, the do's and don'ts of vaccinating your dog, and how to travel more safely with your pet. For more Canine Corner fun, be sure to like us on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/CanineCornerTV. The first 3 people to like us will win one of our super cool Canine Corner pet waste bag dispensers. And of course, they are biodegradable. Jen, back to you.
Very cool products. Thanks, Megan. Well, still ahead, we remember an American hero and friend of CitiCABLE.
Hi everyone, I'm Emily. I'm super excited to introduce my dad because he's my hero. When I was little, he was doing this really important work, driving ambulances in Iraq. Now he's home, and he's still a hero because he tells the ambulances where to go when there's an emergency. I'm so proud of him. He's awesome. He's my dad.
If a service-connected disability hinders your civilian career, Volk Rehab offers a variety of services to help prepare you for your next mission.
Parents sure have their hands full, and they could use an extra hand. Now, every state offers free or low-cost health insurance for your sports hero or budding artist. Kids up to age 19 can get checkups, doctor and dentist visits, hospital care, prescriptions, and more. Your child may qualify based on your family size and income. It's one less thing to worry about. Call or go online for more information.
It's not very often you come across a person like Dick Peterson, and when you do, you remember them. Passing away at his home in the Hollywood Riviera last December, we had the pleasure of knowing Peterson firsthand as he worked and volunteered at CitiCABLE upon his retirement. The video you're about to see is from Senior Scene when it was hosted by Art Callan, who did a portrait piece on Peterson. Born in Michigan in 1922, Peterson enlisted in the Air Force out of high school. In World War II, he served as a radio operator in a B-24 that was shot down over occupied France and captured by the Germans. During his 18 months as a prisoner of war, Peterson survived a brutal 86-day death march from Lithuania to Poland in the winter of 1945. He received many decorations, including the Purple Heart. When returning home from the war, he married his longtime sweetheart, Florence. They moved to the South Bay in 1956, where Peterson worked as an industrial engineer at Hughes Aircraft for 27 years. Aside from his work at CitiCABLE, he loved a round of golf and playing with his twin grandchildren. He was also very active in the POW organization. It was an honor to know Peterson, and we dedicate this episode to him. Well, that's going to do it for us on This Week in Torrance. I'm Jin Chun. If you've missed any portion of our show, you can catch us again at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.